Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of 5 Minute Fridays. I'm Miranda.
And I'm Dan.
Yep. And it has been quite the whirlwind of a week, at least for me.
Yeah, you ever have one of those weeks where nothing quite goes quite right?
Nope.
It's not horrible, but it's
A little
not
bit
quite
of it was.
yeah, okay. Okay. Anyway, it's Friday.
It's Friday. Finally Friday. Thank
Okay.
goodness.
Oh,
Well, before we get into everything, let's dive into what we're streaming with.
we'll show you how this was all happening, the magic of live
The
streaming.
magic behind the green screen. So, of course, we're streaming to YouTube and Facebook.
We're using vMix Pro version 22.
PTZ optics cameras and an NDI camera.
Our X-Keys mouse mat is holding up just fine.
Yep. We're using vMix Social, so keep the comments coming. And we are also using our XKeys XK124 T-Bar with the video switcher key set.
Couldn't do it without it.
No, I don't want to try without it. I really don't.
So we really are doing something live today on the fly, and it's going to put me on the spot and test my mechanical skills.
Yes.
What are we talking about?
Well, let me bring up our title again. We
Bring
are
it in,
talking
Spidey.
about Flippy feet.
Flippy
So
feet.
we're flippy foot flippers. Say that 10 times fast. No.
So Miranda, what are flippy feet?
They're actually really cool. So you know how on our regular X keys they come with some feet that raise the X keys up just a little bit? Flippy feet raise them up even more. So that way you can get an even better angle on it.
So
I will bring
without further ado, I have here the flippy foot kit for the XK24 and the flippy foot kit for the XK60 and 80. And of course, these fit all of our X keys that are in the same configuration, the same footprint. This is my favorite XK60 that I have laid out for running SketchUp. My icons and my views and cool stuff on it. And I'm going to start. Oh, this was a prototype. There's nothing on the back. Ooh, this is a super secret.
I don't know if we should be showing that.
Business. These are the angled feet that Miranda was talking about. They come off. And what you have here in the flippy foot kit are the instruction sheet, which I very painstakingly wrote and photographed and crafted. You have the actual, we call this the bail, foot bail. We have little bumper feet for the front. I call this the front. There is like an entire what you call debate about whether this is the front of the X keys and this is the back or vice
So that's
versa.
how I label my pictures. So that's the
Okay,
front.
This is the front to me. What's in front of me is the front. And then these are what really make it happen. These are the back feet. So in order to install these, you need a screwdriver. And we will start by taking out the top screws.
These X keys have many screws.
You will have these left over if you need any screws for anything. When the only real trick to this is when you install these. If you notice, these guys are built with a little slot in them where that bail is going to tuck in, and you want to make sure when you put them on that slot is oriented toward the outside of the X keys. So let's see if I get the right one. See, that's wrong. It goes that way. There it goes. The slot is.
Let's see if we can zoom in here
See
a
that?
little bit.
It is focus, angle, sticking out like that. So it kind of pops into that hole where the little angled foot was. We have our longer screws here. And one of those goes right up in the corner. Oh dear. I need a smaller bit for this one. I think you can do the whole thing with a smaller bit. goes in there. And just snug it up a little bit. Same thing on the other side. I'm not looking at the comments right now, but I'm hoping you guys
I know,
are
there's many
doing some
comments.
snarky commentary on my screwdriving technique here.
There's many comments.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
I feel like we need some dramatic music for this.
Now we come down here to the bottom corners. Now you wouldn't think you need bottom corners on this, but you're going to want them, and I will show you why when we get done here. Okay, screw goes through the rubber bumper foot, back into the corner.
I'm actually impressed with how fast you're doing this.
I am a professional.
Absolutely.
Don't try this at home without the proper tools. And our last little corner here.
Hi, Martin. Martin just joined us.
Steedy?
Yep.
All right. Maybe we could have a contest sometime. We do a race and see
Who can do this the fastest?
put their flippy feet on the fastest without making a mistake.
I'm thinking Tommy might win because I'm going to put this up there. He made his own using a bucket.
Okay. Now that the feet have all been installed, we tuck one corner of the bail into this slot and the other corner into that slot. And here's the flippy part of the flippy foot, is that you can have it up or you can flip it down. When you flip it down, these little feet make it nice and level. Flip it up, you're at roughly a 45-degree angle here, and it displays all your legends really nicely for you. Makes it easy to see what you want to hit and hit it. There we go.
Awesome.
We could do the same thing. I could repeat that process on this XK24 if you really want me to.
Really want.
See if you get any comments in the chat. Let's do that. Let's take a vote. Okay, how many people want to see me unscrew and screw in 4 screws and flippy feet parts on this XK24? I'm willing to leave that decision to the
it'll look
crowd.
Completely different.
There is a trick, though. I'm going to tell you. Well, we'll see. I'm waiting for the vote to come in. Steedy wants it.
Max wants you to do it with your eyes closed. Let's make this really interesting.
Do we have a blindfold?
I could find one.
Kyle wants it. Tommy's bored or falling asleep.
Yep.
I need one more vote. Someone please tell me this is not a jar. Yeah, last time Tommy was trying to use our key plucker as a nose hair puller.
Well, we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4.
Okay. I missed some there. Okay, so back over to the camera and so the junk out of the way. Here's the kit. It has almost identical parts other than the bail. It's smaller to fit this one. Now here's the trick on this guy, and this really is an important trick, that there are only 4 screws holding this together. So if you pull all 4 out at once, the case may come off on you. Our little programming button on the top here may fall out. So what we recommend, highly recommend when you install these, is to do 1 or 2 corners at the same time before you do the other 2, so that everything is still held together.
It's a good tip.
Is anybody timing me on this? I should have started a stopwatch.
I think you started like 35 seconds ago.
Okay. Does that count all the time I've wasted yakking?
Yep. Maggie has Mission Impossible playing in her headphones. Now I have that stuck in my head. Thank you very much.
Oh, there's my little bumper foot.
Dan accepted it. The manual is going to burn in 5 seconds. Rudy.
His smoke.
Oh.
Just for extra insurance.
Insurance.
I'm going to just do this one. Now, little rubber foot on here, you can take off, but this will fit right over it.
Yep.
But if you want to do, we're going to do the deluxe install here. Just going to add time.
Deluxe.
So I'm using my strong thumbs here and taking that sticky rubber foot off.
Deker says you should make a wall mount kit.
Why, funny you should ask about that, DJ. We have somewhat of a wall mount kit.
Somewhat.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do. This one's being a little tougher than I want, so I'm going to get some help from my screwdriver buddy. Oh man, my timing on this is going
This is way better than Tom Cruise from Rudy.
Okay, I got those off. I'll show you why I did that in a little while, but okay, this dude's going on here. Remember our little slot pointing out there. Down nice and tight.
I think you've practiced this.
And in there nice and snug. You don't want to over tighten it because you don't want to strip this plastic out of the underneath there. You just want to get it nice and snug. And if you're doing it by hand and not using a power driver, you can feel it when it starts to seat. Oh, hey, maybe I should take the screw out of this one first.
Might
It
help.
wasn't going in.
I take back my comment that you might have practiced.
We do this with mono hands. Yeah. Okay. There it is. And now I can take the feet that I took off at the bottom of that and sneak them in here. So, get in there, you little rascal. That way, if I ever want to use it flat, it's still got the nice rubber foot on it.
Perfect.
Okay, that's in there. Same deal with the bail. Get in there, you little fella. Spread it.
It helps if you
Down.
talk to it.
It's nice and flat. Very important that you coach these things. And when it's up,
Nice.
look at that.
That is pretty awesome.
Flip your feet.
And you did it in just under 4 minutes.
That includes backing up to do things like unscrew the screw that I didn't screw.
You know, like the first rule that you said.
And the deluxe, we did the, I'm going to call it deluxe. There should be some better word for, like the ultimate. We did the ultimate
Ooh,
install.
There you go. That
By
sounds
pulling
way
out
better.
the rubber feet that were on that thing. All right. Anything else? 1995.
Yep.
Are they up on the website
They're
yet?
not on the website yet.
But sorry, she's been
I have been
crazy busy.
Yep.
And she's one that gets its stuff up on the website for us.
Yep.
But you can call or email Maggie, sales@xkeys.com. Right now, you can do it right now. And for $19.95, you can order your very own Flippy feet for your X Keys.
Yep. Fresh off the truck.
Yeah. And if you do it before midnight, I'll throw in the extra little grippy accessory that I have found that goes on the bail that makes it really stick on a slippery surface.
That's a pretty good deal.
But you have to order before midnight.
Come on, last week we said we weren't an infomercial.
All right. That's the business, right?
Yep.
So we can close this out and come back and have some fun.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, stay tuned.
first thing I asked myself, what was that?
My audio was off. I don't know. I
So
turned it
have we
on.
like not been hearing me this whole time?
Well, I mean, you were kind of babbling.
I have to start over?
You have to start over.
Okay. I get to
Thanks,
vent
guys.
twice.
Thanks, guys. Sorry about that. Thought I hit the button. I did not hit the button.
You did that on purpose.
You can't prove
not
it.
Want me.
You can't prove it.
You were protecting the audience from my diatribe. All right.
Sorry.
Dan's diatribe. Take 2. Okay. Multi-drivers. Okay. Whoever's designing a multi-driver, it drives me crazy when they put the Phillips bit and a flat bit on the same little switchy bit here, right? Because in my brain, and I think in most brains, when you look at a screw, do you say what size is it first? Do you just say, or do you ask yourself, is that a Phillips or a flathead?
Yeah, I always ask myself
you
that.
say, is
always.
that Phillips or flathead?
Every time.
So if you got the driver, you're going, oh, I need Phillips, and you put it in like that. And then you start to use it, and you say, oh, this bit's too big. Then you flip it over, right?
Yeah.
But the way these other guys design it, I look at it, I need a Phillips. I find, okay, I've got the Phillips in, and then, oh, it's too big, and I flip it over, and I'm stuck with a doggone flat blade.
Yeah. I will agree with you, because I've been struggling with that yesterday and today.
Punch somebody at that point, okay? Because then you have to go all the way back here and flip, and then if it's not the right size, you got to flip again. It's
too much flipping. We're just talking about all the flipping today.
Okay. Sorry about my bad language and attitude, but thank you.
I tried to save you guys.
Thank you for letting me vent, people. I appreciate it. Okay.
Seriously.
You have no idea what you started, Martin. It's only going downhill from here. It's for people using the flat for Phillips. That's a whole nother diatribe, Rudy. Don't get me started on that.
Me too.
Oh, yes.
I'm so happy.
Yes, indeed. And here in the East Coast, our Friday is nearly half over for
yes.
At least the working Friday is.
Invest in German tools and you'll have no more trouble.
You know, Dieter, I believe you have a point there. I'm not sure if this is German. This is a good one. Probably is German.
I don't know. I like it.
Or are you telling me that you guys don't like have 2 types of screw heads over there? Because we have something like 6.
We have a lot.
You got your Phillips. You got your flathead. You got your hex. You got your star. You got your square bit. Yeah. And more. And more.
Yes, Tommy, they do make more than 2.
Tommy never uses a screwdriver, folks. He just uses a hammer. If the screw needs to come out, it gets broken off. If it needs to go in, it gets pounded in like a nail. Not sure how to take that, Rudy. One screwdriver over-engineered to work on all screws the German way. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, we've missed one.
What'd we miss? Posy bit. Posy bit. What's that look like,
that is.
Martin? I don't know. I'm sure it's one of 12 now that are just walk in any Home Depot or Menards and start looking at the screw heads. You could spend all day there.
Let's see here.
Anything fun in the previous comments?
I gotta go to page 2.
Page 2.
Page 2.
My goodness, we have never had this much engagement.
We have a lot of pages.
What the heck?
And
they say IKEA is difficult.
I'm not going to say what that was about.
This is funny, Rudy. My wife and I were having this discussion with friends just the other day. I love IKEA stuff. To me, when you pull a bunch of parts out of a box and you get to assemble them. It's fun for me. Well, you just saw what I did back here, but a lot of people think that I'm crazy. Maybe
I'm one of them.
because give me a IKEA box and a screwdriver and a power driver to put their bit in, and I am in hog heaven, as they say. Like Tinaker's comment.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
If it won't fit, just get a bigger hammer.
Tommy says, thank you for my recent purchase. That was great company.
Very happy to know that you've got a rail driver at last, Tommy.
Good deal.
Oh, yeah. Rudy has a good point, too.
Try to open a Mac.
Yeah. They were not built to be worked on.
No, definitely not.
We have our graphic artist, Bill, lives in the Virgin Islands, and he went through a hurricane, and his Mac got blasted by a hurricane, and they don't have any repair facilities down there, so he had to do it himself. And so tearing that thing apart and getting the circuit boards and drives and everything set out in the sun to dry off was quite an accomplishment for him. Yeah.
Yeah. The comment of the like Phillips but different from Martin was about what a posy bit is.
Oh, like Phillips but different. Okay.
Yep. Let's see here. I'll go back to page 2. More comments were coming in. I think that got most of them. Oh, we got another one.
I'm chuckling at the new ones coming in, but what do you got?
Tommy says, you have to have different sizes of hammers to be a professional.
Yes, indeed. Tell me, Tommy, how many different size hammers do you have?
Do I get this right? Dan is putting together an IKEA thing, drinking a screwdriver, and listening to Sledgehammer.
Some things are turned around in that message, Rudy, but I'm not exactly sure what they are. I'll sort that out later.
Frustrated hammering followed by regrettable gluing.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's another solution, yes. Yeah. Okay.
There's only one Tommy, though, and that's a good thing.
Many hammers, but one Tommy. A sack of hammers that reflects my IQ. For those non-Southerners, I believe there is an expression, someone is as dumb as a sack of hammers. Yep. I believe that is what that relates to.
Non-Americans like duct tape and not glue.
Oh, we love our duct tape and gaffer tape.
Yep.
If it's not supposed to move and it does, duct tape. If it's supposed to move and it doesn't, WD-40.
Yeah, basically.
Can a WD-40 and a roll of duct tape, you can make many, many repairs over here.
Yep. I love to see
Tommy with his jaw harp. Tommy, do you play jaw harp? Do you play it with a hammer? Brother, where art thou line? The sack of hammers, probably.
Nice.
Okay, well, you've wasted an otherwise useful 28 minutes watching the show and posting comments, so we do appreciate that.
We always appreciate that. Love the comments, love the interaction.
Yeah.
Make the show really boring if we didn't.
Yeah, if it weren't for you guys. We'd be here talking to ourselves and...
No one wants to hear that. No one wants to watch that.
All right. It is Friday, and I hope you guys all have like an incredible weekend.
Please enjoy your weekend. I know I'm going to.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Yep. Thanks,
and
guys.
Get your flippy feet before midnight.
Before midnight.
All right.
Bye.